and I had you on mute. We'll start again here. So the Leo new moon is July 28, 2022. Forgive me, everybody else that's on their other lives. Is one of the sweetest new moons we have experienced. It's really going to bring up a feeling of questioning, of wanting to know, are we on the right path, or are we just creating merely a habit? Are we going about our day-to-day life just doing the motions? Is there emotion? Is there feeling? Is there passion behind what we're doing? There's going to be a lot of that bubbling up right now. So we can also embody the symbolism of Leo, which is the lion, which gives us the message of confidence, being fierce, being proud, really embodying our self-confidence. So as we were saying, Venus and the Black Moon Lilith are traveling closely together at this time of this new moon, further amplifying this need to be our true authentic selves, especially when it comes to embracing more of our feminine qualities, which live within all of us. So we need that balance of masculine and feminine. To really make the most of this energy, bring your attention to your heart center under this new moon. Listen to your heart. What whispers does it share? One powerful and quick exercise you can do is connect to your heart, is close your eyes, take 3 deep breaths, and then place your hand over your heart. From this place, ask your heart what it needs most right now, and then trust the feeling or message that arises. Slow down. Life is not a race. Is what my heart whispers to me as I tune in. So I think that we all expect instant gratification. There's a lot of that in society now. It's like we go into trying to change and create growth in ourselves, and when it doesn't happen in massive, huge shifts, as in like quantum leaps, we're wondering why am I failing? We go instantly into the negative. And what the message that's coming up right now is sometimes we don't notice shifts and growth right away until we start looking backwards. It sneaks up on us. It happens step by step. And then all of a sudden we're a different person. So if you're not seeing that, that was the message that was coming across in lots of my readings yesterday on TikTok. It's happening, honestly. If you are intentionally trying to create your life, change is happening. You just might not notice it. So really allow things to slow down a little bit. Moments after this new moon, Jupiter also stations retrograde, making its energy doubly strong and more influential. So that's extremely exciting for those of you that are using the moons to manifest your life. You really want to get into understanding that this Jupiter is a really powerful opportunity for abundance and shifts and manifesting. So pairing that with the Lionsgate Portal that's opened up, and some of the other aspects astrologically, we really have an opportunity to create some really powerful change right now. So in astrology, Jupiter is known for optimism and allowing us to see the silver lining. So if there's something challenging going on in your life, use this new moon to help see a more positive or hopeful side to things. While the Leo new moon brings waves of harmonious energy into our being, there's another force that is humming along in the background, which may bring some unsettling energies into our world. This unsettling energy comes from Uranus North Node conjunction. As nice as this new moon is, we may not be able to escape from some of the upheaval that is destined to unfold from this powerful conjunction. So Uranus North Node conjunction is about raising our collective destiny. The things that we once relied on may not feel so reliable anymore. Our values and the things we depend on as a society is changing, but all of this is in an effort to escalate our collective consciousness to move us to a higher timeline of our destiny. So there will be some shifts. And some of us, this might feel like a little bit of resistance, but know that it's coming for the best of our interest. And sometimes what we feel consciously is going to be the best for us isn't what our soul signed on for when it came into this life. Hello, good afternoon. A certain amount of chaos is inevitable on this journey, and we may have see some of that triggered around this new moon. Just remember that this new moon offers a silver lining. Really tune into it. So it coincides with Mercury square Uranus. So the new moon meaning is unexpected news and sudden changes. So there's going to be some huge shifts that happen right now. The new moon will make people nervous, sometimes impulsive. So if you're feeling, the need to really get more impulsive, to really make some huge changes, maybe just ground down a little bit, because these energies, although are very positive, you just want to make sure you're coming from a space where you're creating your destiny and you're not just going with these energies and impulsively creating change where you don't necessarily want it to happen. But if you remain open-minded and flexible, you can take advantage of the opportunities for growth and prosperity from the new moon trine Jupiter. So the Sun conjunct Moon represents the end of one cycle and the beginning of another new 28-day cycle. It gives an invigorating burst of energy and initiative, but it also brings emotional balance, not irrationally emotional and not too cold and calculating. So the new moon is in Leo, is excellent for making a fresh start, turning over a new leaf, or starting a new project. You can also question old habits, behaviors, and beliefs as you search for new and inventive ways to make progress. So the new moon trine Jupiter is another aspect that's happening with this new moon. Is only a mild influence, but should still bring high spirits, enthusiasm, self-confidence, and good fortune. Opportunities for personal, spiritual, and material growth can come through studies, travel, business, and law. Sometimes this aspect makes you feel so confident and comfortable that you don't take advantage of the opportunities for growth that arise. But the tension provided by Mercury square Uranus will make it nearly impossible to sit back and relax. So there's very heated energies happening with this portal. Mercury square Uranus brings excitement and sudden change, which can cause tension, anxiety, impulsiveness. Unexpected events and upsetting news may force you to change plans. An increased need for excitement or amusement makes you easily distracted or less responsible and dependable. So there's going to be a powerful feeling of, I need to get out and have fun. I need to experience life. I really am not getting out there the way that I would like to. So understanding that, you can know that part of it is just some of this aspect. Remaining flexible and open-minded is the key to dealing with this erratic influence. On the positive side, you have an increased ability to view things from a different perspective. So this is going to bring some huge shifts mentally for a lot of people. All right, and then we're going to get into the live interpretations for those of you that are on the Zoom. I will do a, oh, it's Mary. I figured you would hop in here eventually, Mary. I will do a live interpretation here of how this is going to affect your energies the most of all. All right. What else? Okay, let's get into the astrology. We got Sarah on here, so we'll do Sarah and Mary. All right, Sarah. So you are going to be focusing on the second house. Very, very much. One second here. So it's in Taurus too. So the natural ruler of the second house is Taurus. You're going to be looking at self-worth, sustainability, deserving, and financial security. And I feel like the message coming through, Sarah, for you is really to be focusing on your financial security. This is going to be a really, really powerful opportunity for you to create some change and growth in your financial situation. You don't want to overlook your self-worth or your sustainability. So sustainability in all areas, not just financial, but I'm getting the message for you, Sarah, that you're going to focus on the second house. You can Google the second house and see how to really tune into these energies the most. But financial is going to be what you're going to be creating when we move into this ritual. So we will be moving into the full moon or new moon. I keep saying full moon for some reason, it's like stuck in my head. This new moon ritual. Where are we? One sec here. Mary, that's what we're doing. Holy ADD today. Okay, Mary, Quake and Cherry. I'm sure you hear that a million times. Okay, Mary. Miss Mary, you are going to be focusing on the 8th house. So transformation, trust, and surrender. So areas where you can create transformation, trust, and surrender in your life. So where are you experiencing a lot of resistance? Where can you, the 8th house is also other people's money. So where can you manifest, partnerships and growing other people's money as well as yourself? I really like the transformational aspect. So where in your life can you create some powerful transformations with this Lionsgate portal and this new moon energy of manifestation upon us? All right, and we can see, if you can see, give me a thumbs up. Mary, you can take your video on. All right, we're going to move into the ritual now. So those of you that are interested in moon rituals, let's get going here. Oh, there we go. Can you still see? All right, intuition check-in. So we're going to go through this ritual. Let's start with the intuition check-in. So what is something you have always wanted? And Mary, can you give me at least a thumbs up or a message in the chat letting me know? Can you access? Yep, that's no problem, Sarah. You can watch the replay. Mary, can you access the file I gave? Okay, you can see what we have on the screen. I'm going to share the file again so that you can have the print off. As we know in the group, quantum healing transformation learning community, we have a general new moon ritual outline that you print off and use, but each time someone comes into the Zoom in the actual healing circle that we have created, I offer up a refined one for the specific moon that we're working with at the time. So what is something you have always wanted? And I really want you guys to get into this. And I'm not going to wait for you guys to write this, Mary. I'm just going to go through this. So what is something you've always wanted? I really want you guys to get clear on what it is that you desire and ask yourself why. Why do you desire it? How is it going to make your life better? And really tune in, because a lot of the time we just want to rattle off physical things like I want a car and I want new clothes, and really get into what is going to make your life more fulfilled and better. Okay. So what have you always wanted? So you're going to write that down. Those of you on TikTok and YouTube, if you want to go through the new moon ritual, you can hop into our Facebook group, the Quantum Healing Transformation Formula Community of Learning. So that link will be in the link tree and in the bio in TikTok and on my actual page for YouTube. So what is something that you always wanted if prices were removed from the scenario? So we're going to get deep into like the whys. So what is something you've always wanted if prices were removed from the scenario? Because a lot of the time when we make lists, we only think of things that we believe are actually achievable. So we need to remove that thought process. We need to get it out of there for this new moon. When we're working with moons, we really want to stretch ourselves and grow. And part of that is understanding that we can achieve more than we believe that we're capable of. So moving on, what is one thing you would be willing to sacrifice to have the thing you most desire? So as with anything, when we're creating change and growth, it comes with a sacrifice. We have to be willing to give something up. We need to release something. So whether it be time, discipline, any of these kind of things, we have to be willing to give up. So what are you willing to sacrifice in order to get your desire? Are you willing to go the distance? Are you willing to give up a little bit of your fun in order to really do these rituals? And they're fun too, but I just mean some of us get really into the subconscious paradigm of, well, it's summer and I have to be out there experiencing life. And yes, absolutely, that is so important. But it's also important to be consciously manifesting our life and not just letting time slide by, because as you can see, when you get into your higher 20s, things really start speeding up. So the more we fall into that paradigm, the more we stop doing the change and growth that we want. So we can have both. We don't have to give up a whole lot of time. It's just a little bit, and it's all in your mind. So the next one is, if situations and circumstances were removed, would you be willing to go after what you most desire? So really think about that. And I'm a little bit croaky just because I'm still getting over a cold. It's crazy. It's the longest time I've been sick in a very long time. Okie dokie. Has fear been an obstacle to you going after what you most desire? If so, why? Let's really think into why. Why are we not going after that? You know, what is getting in the way? Let's really kind of tune into that. And then we move on to crystals for manifestation. So we have clear quartz. In the metaphysical world, clear quartz crystals are the supreme gift of Mother Earth. Even the smallest is imbued with the properties of a master healer teacher. Let me see, do I have any here? Yes, I do. Ancients believed these stones to be alive, taking a breath once every 100 years or so, and many cultures thought them to be incarnations of the divine. Today's healers believe crystals are living beings, incredibly old and wise, and willing to communicate when an individual is open and ready to receive. Wearing, carrying, or meditating with clear quartz crystal opens the mind and heart to higher guidance, allowing the realm of spirit to be transmitted and translated into the world of physical form. Resonating at the level of an individual's needs, clear quartz also amplifies whatever energy or intent is programmed into it and continues to broadcast that energy throughout the world and into the etheric realms. This may accelerate the fulfillment of one's prayers, intensified healing, or spiritual growth, or simply allow the crystal to hold a pattern of energy long enough and strong enough for the manifestation of a goal to occur. So this is why I picked this crystal to be used. So carnelian. Carnelian is a crystal of action, overcoming procrastination or indecision. It encourages one to stop waiting for dreams to appear and stimulates the courage to embrace change and divine will to begin to make one's highest goals happen. Carnelian encourages an awareness of the connection between the emotional state and the inner condition of self. It promotes a spiritual energy conducive to awakening one's talents and perception of surroundings, and for offering love in return for love. So big manifestation stone is carnelian. And now we move into citrine. These are the crystals that I pick for new moon manifestations. So natural citrine is a premier stone of manifestation, imagination, and personal will, carrying the power of the sun. It is warm and comforting, energizing, and life-giving. It stimulates the chakras like the sunlight of spring, clearing the mind and stirring the soul to action. Its frequency awakens creativity, imagination, and sustains the process of transforming dreams and wishes into tangible forms. With its pure yellow energy, citrine encourages fullness of life, fresh beginnings, and new pursuits. So we're going to combine that into our ritual tomorrow night when we sit down to do it. Part of what stands in the way of us manifesting what we want is a lack of clarity. You need to become aligned with what it is you desire. You need to embody the energy of who you are once you have what you are wanting to manifest. You can't do this properly until you are clear what it is that you want to manifest. Write down what you desire in as much detail as you can. Allow your imagination to connect with who you are once you have what you want to manifest. Really get emotionally involved in that. You really, really want to see who you are once you're manifesting those things. So lack of clarity breeds indecision and overwhelm. To stop this from happening, let's ensure you are very clear on the details. So what do you want to manifest? Get into, I'm just going to go over and over it because we really want to be clear on what it is that we want to manifest. And then when do you want it? A lot of us just throw wishes out into the universe, hoping that they'll come back to us. And we skip the fact that we need to be sure of when we want to do it. And yes, this invites a little bit of fear into our manifestations, but until you're clear of when the deadline is, when you want it, you're just leaving it open. Open-endedness can't manifest. So a lot of us are not receiving our manifestations because we're not saying when. We're not, we're not making a decision that this is what I want, this is what I'm willing to give up for it, and this is when I want it, and wholeheartedly going after it. So we're missing a lot of the steps in manifestation. And then another question after that is, why do you want it? Like, why do you want this in your life? What value is it going to bring to you? Where is this happening? So you should have a clear picture by now when we're going through this ritual. If you want the actual print off, you need to hop into our Facebook group, the Quantum Healing Transformation, Quantum Healing Transformation Community of Learning. So that's on Facebook, the Quantum Healing Transformation Community of Learning, and you can print off our generalized ritual. So who is there with you? So we're creating a really powerful picture, and this is a really powerful process if you get into doing this once a month for your new moon manifestations. Who's there with you? A lot of us fall short in our manifestations because we're not being clear. We're not staying aligned with what it is that we desire. We focus on it for a little bit, and then we allow it just to fade away into the background. So this will help you to revitalize your manifestations and your goals that you really want to achieve for this moon. So who is there with you? Like, we're painting a picture. Who is there when you've achieved this desire that you want to manifest with this powerful new moon? How does it feel to have it? How do you feel inside? Emotionally connecting to what you feel when you already have your desire is part of manifestation. And we miss a lot of different key steps to manifestation because we're not emotionally connecting. We're emotionally connecting to it as a future wish. And it just always continues to be that because we're not tuning into as if it's already here. We're not emotionally connecting to it. How does it feel to have that? All right, and then I've offered you guys an angel card reading. So let's just get into it. Hold on here. Let's do power angels. See what cards come out for this new moon. I mean, I've already seen a lot of what the collective is on TikTok here with some of my messages that were coming through, but let's just see. Oh, try again. And part of the reason that I've added the card spread for you to do tomorrow night during your ritual is Oracle cards really give you an opportunity to receive messages that you might not necessarily receive if you're having a hard time grounding yourself. If you're too focused on something else, the messages will come across really powerfully in your card reading. And you'll be surprised. They kind of always align with what it is that you're already doing. Okay, we're just going to do these three. Okay, the first one is peace. Release the past. There is more enriching future coming. Let go and let God. So I feel like part of the message coming through with this powerful Leo new moon is we're clinging too much to the past. We are asking for new to come in, but we are not releasing. We're still emotionally involved with these old stories that no longer serve us. It's time to let them go. Stop speaking about them. Stop allowing them to have life. We're letting them go. The next one is Nine of Michael. Your worry is unnecessary. Focus your thoughts on the outcome you desire. Release feelings of regret, guilt, and worry to your angels. So we worry about things manifesting a lot, and that's the card coming through with this reading for your ritual tomorrow. So letting go of the past, stop speaking about it, stop giving life to the old things that you no longer want to experience in your life. And this card aligns very powerfully. Stop worrying about whether it's going to happen, because it will if you follow the steps of manifestation. You get emotionally involved and you stay connected. Your job when manifesting is to stay connected to your desire and your goal. Stay emotionally involved in it. Stay visioning it. Stay really, really motivated, because that's what's going to get you your desire. So any emotions that come up, allow them, give them to your angels, allow them to be released. So the last message is, you have invested wisely, have patience, and wait for the harvest. Review your progress and make plans for the next endeavor, which is what we're doing right now. It's amazing how these cards completely always align. So those are the three. You're going to use your clear quartz if you have quite a few of them. Your clear quartz, your citrine, and your carnelian for the crystal grid that I provided you for the print off there. Inspired action. What are 10 things you can start doing today to bring you closer to your desire? So I put this in here for the for new moon rituals, because we want to start moving into this as if we're actively going to create this. And a lot of the time we just think manifestation is going to float from the sky and it's going to envelop us, and then all of a sudden all this magic happens. Well, it's not. It's about 10 things that you're doing that's going to get you there. You have to actively pursue your manifestations. So one of those might be putting action, doing, getting rid of the excuses. The excuses are your subconscious mind keeping you trapped. So we want to stop doing that. We want to stop playing into them. They are powerful. Your mind is very, very powerful. There's been lots of study where placebo effect, where they told somebody that they received, for example, they gave people a placebo effect pill to tell them that they were receiving chemo. And over 20% of those people that were completely healthy, didn't have cancer, were completely fine, lost their hair. So that's how powerful your mind is. So think of that with the excuses. When you get emotionally involved with a goal, when you start moving towards it, your subconscious mind goes, this isn't safe. You're not in your comfort zone. What are you doing? And then the excuses start flowing. So just part of your action to what you can do to get you to your goal is to stop listening. And yes, they feel really charged and really emotionally involved. There's so many of them, and your mind is so sneaky. But just having the knowledge of going, no, I'm going to do this anyways, is a good commitment. So your new moon ritual. New moons always represent a start of a new lunar cycle. They are a time where energy draws inward. We can use this inward flow of energy to retreat within, to reflect but also to think about what we wish to draw into our lives as well. Under the new moon, we may find ourselves feeling a little all over the place, but if we can remember to use this flow of inward energy, we may find ourselves feeling more grounded and present under the opening of this new lunar cycle. You will need aura cleansing tool of choice, so incense, smudge stick, Palo Santo, any of those things, pen and paper, and a candle. So step 1, tidy up, cleanse, and protect. It is a good idea to get organized, declutter, and tidy up. This idea of detoxing and removing anything that no longer serves you with a space cleanse. This could be as simple as tidy up the organization of a sock drawer, or clear out of an email inbox, or a deep clean of your entire home. Consider cleaning and tidying as a ritual process of letting go and giving yourself the gift of more space. Finish the process by carrying out a smoke cleanse with the dried sage, or you can use Palo Santo instead. Remember to open a window and ventilate the space, as it is believed that the smoke takes away the negative energy and it leaves through the window. Light your candle. Prepare your space by lighting your candle. Rituals are all about setting the energy in space. Call the angels. Now set the powerful intention to manifest what was clarified above and call the angels. I call upon Archangel Michael to surround me now with his protection, only letting in love, light, high intentions, and high vibrations. Please dissolve all lower level frequencies and cut all hooks, ties, cords, and attachments. I call upon Archangel Haniel to assist me in my manifestations, adding power and purity. I call upon Archangel Metatron to help assist in harnessing these energies. And then number 4, step 4, embody the essence of Leo. What are 5 ways that you can tune into the zodiac meaning of the sign? Leo is all about courage, confidence, pride, loyalty, and extravagance. So you're going to sit down and really tune into what are 5 ways you can really embody this Leo energy moving forward. How is this new moon affecting you personally? Based off of our live astrology interpretation, what house is this affecting you in? So you're going to look at where the transits. So you're going to go to astrology.com, you're going to bring up your natal chart, and then you're going to hit with transits. You're going to look for the moon, not the sun, the moon, and find what house it's transiting in. Also just look to Taurus. That's where you're going to find it. What zodiac sign is that house in? With new moon and full moon rituals, you always want to be looking at the transiting moon. Where are we? Oh, I lost it. You do this by going to astrology.com and bringing up your natal chart, clicking on the button above that says with transits. This will show you your natal chart with green planets on the outside. The natal chart is a representation of the planets in the sky the moment you were born. Transiting planets are where the planets are currently. Look to where the moon is on the outer part of the natal chart in green. This will show you what house and zodiac sign this moon is falling in. And then I've offered you guys a breakdown of the planets. Of the zodiacs. Take what house and sign represent and put that together. And that's going to be the energy of what your focus is going to be on for manifesting for this moon cycle. Close your ceremony by taking your manifestations and putting them somewhere out of view in the southeast area of your home. Sage your space and blow out your candle. Don't forget to create your manifestation water to charge your crystals with the new moon. Let's see. Okay, hold on. That ends this new moon ritual. Thank you for being a part of this powerful ceremony. We look forward to more moon astrology in the future. So thank you for joining me. Those of you that wanted to get a little tip for how I do some of my moon ceremonies each new moon and full moon. And those of you on TikTok, if you want to be a part of the next moon ceremony, where I actually give you an live interpretation of how this energy is going to be affecting you, you just need to hop into our Facebook group, which will be in my links, but it is the Quantum Healing Transformation Community of Learning. So Quantum Healing Transformation Community of Learning. So thank you for joining. You are welcome.